Everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. Hey, oh, okay. So first, I'm gonna say let's tilt this bitch a little. I don't like how high this is. Too much room on the top of the screen for me. I know people like having like sometimes people have like this much room at the top. You see the head all the way down. You have a bad room at the top. I'm not trying to do that. Shout out to the people that do that. I'm not coming for you. Should have had this done already. Boom, that's better. How y'all doing today? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. First thing I'm going to do is say what we're going to be discussing for the majority of this video, and maybe most likely the entirety of this video, is going to be, other than the saloon. Saloon is open. Besides, saloon business. I'm also going to say, you can bring up any hot topic, because this is what we do on Fridays. You could bring up any hot topic that we've been discussing, because that's what we do on Friday. So hit that like button. I'm going to go over there and get a thing. And I'm going to come right back. And I had uploaded a basketball video. It's only about 14 minutes long. Y'all could go check it out. We was playing a 2-man out there. Nothing real serious or nothing like that. We got some music in the background. If you want to send your music in for your it has to be somewhere where I could download it onto the app that I use. But if you want to send your music in, yo, what up, young Earl? I haven't seen you in a minute. How you doing, homie? I do roll call right now. Shout out to Arthur D. Glass. He says, good evening, brother. He's rubbing all of those frauds. What up to AB? He says, salute Jack Frost, BBN fam, young Earl. What up, young Earl? He says, in the building. Let's go. Okay, so let's just get right into it. I want to just tell you what we're going to be talking about, because I want to have a lot of shenanigans. I want to have a good show today. I want us to enjoy ourselves. I want us to laugh. I want us to do all of the things. So first, let's actually get into the whole what's going on here. First thing I want to say is, if you recall, I just got to bring up some things that we previously talked about so you can understand that this is actually in our wheelhouse. And I expect for a lot of you guys in the comment section to speak up. Feel me? Feel me? I expect a lot of you people in the comment section to speak up. And admins, we are okay with the caps. If people want to put all caps, we're okay with the all caps. Copy? Now, first, I'm just going to read you the article. But before we read you the article, I want to remind you of a couple of things. I'm going to read you 2 articles. One's going to be from the Post and one's going to be from the Daily News. First, I want to just remind you of a couple of things. If you remember, they had a whole meeting. The mayor had a meeting with rappers about the violence in the drill music. I told you when they had this meeting that they were going to be coming after all of the gangs. And the only reason why they went after Wu first was because when Fabio Foreign and them left, the remarks that Fabio Foreign gave, I believe it wasn't what they wanted to hear. You understand? I'm not saying that he said anything necessarily that was incendiary. I'm just saying it wasn't necessarily what was supposed to be coming out. So they went after the Wu dudes first, just so we could be clear. We all know that. Now they just went after the people in the Bronx. Now I'm about to call out everything. But I just want to be clear on this. We've already spoken about this matter. I've already been telling everybody, look, y'all gotta stop doing all of this violence. I'm not here to hate on nobody. I'm not trying to talk shit. I want all of our young brothers to win. I want all our young sisters to win. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care about your color. I don't care about where you're from. I don't care about what you're doing. I want us all to win, except for if it's at my expense, just so we can be clear. But I want everybody to win. So I want y'all niggas to get out of the street. I want y'all to stop shooting each other up. I want y'all to stop killing each other. I need y'all to stop doing this shit. First, I'm going to tell you about 2 of the murders that they have these dudes on. And before we go any further, before you say, well, how did he got these guys? They're indicted, by the way, just so we can be clear. These guys have been indicted. So they're indicted, just so you know. Fast hands. Those dudes is indicted, by the way. I just want to be clear on that. So just for everybody that don't know, they are 100% indicted. This is not a situation where they've just been arrested. They've also been indicted. This is at least the information of which I have. Now, I'm going to tell you about two of the situations that these dudes is indicted for so you can understand just how vicious New York City NYPD and the mayor and the government consider these gangs to be. One of the shootings was a brazen shooting inside of a barbershop where 2 people died and 6 people were injured. And they have video footage of that. Video, because you know barbershops nowadays, everybody got the cameras. The second killing was the second shooting that they actually mentioned already was the killing of a young lady that was 20 years old and she was shot execution style in the back of her head allegedly. So how do they know about these things? They're literally saying they got almost all of the information or a big part of the information from rap music, from the actual songs that these dudes is putting out. I don't have anything against drill music. I actually think, just from my perspective, hold on, I got to do something real quick. I actually just think from my perspective that we need all forms of we need all forms of expression. Like, I'm not trying to limit the ability of our youth to express themselves. I want them to express themselves. I want them to tell us how they feel. I want them to. We're not doing this. We got to get away from that age where we stigmatize men that talk about their feelings as weak. We have to get away from that age, because that's why we have a lot of these outbursts that we have. That's why now we have a lot of these situations that we have where we think that people are perfectly fine, and you be like, I don't even understand where this shit came from. It's because of that built up angst, that built up, not even angst, that built up frustration or inability to express oneself over years and years and years, because you're a man and you just can't. You just gotta eat it. You gotta just absorb it all inside you and show the world that nothing bothers you. But that's not healthy. On some real shit. What up, Christian? Hey, what up, Christian? Drillies, yep. What up, Shakar SP? How you doing? BBN. Everybody hit that like button so we can send out some notifications. What the fuck? Let me read to you what let's get this news article real quick, just so we could all be on the same page. Because me telling you something is different than me reading what the press, the major press has put out. It's different. So I'm gonna read 2 of these articles real quick. I'm gonna start with the Daily News. I wanted to start with the Post because I really don't trust the Post. I'm gonna start with the Post first. The Daily News. I'm gonna explain something to y'all about problems with the Post. The Post, like, the Post has a history of sensationalizing headlines to negatively reflect on actions of minorities and not have the same chutzpah when it comes to Caucasian people. So that's what I'll say, in all fairness. All right, we're gonna look at the Post first real quick. That's why I say let's do the Post first. You feel me? It's these guys. There's no telling what the fuck they talking about. Anyway, it says 20 alleged Bronx gang members were indicted Thursday in connection to a series of violent assaults and shootings over more than a 3-year span in the drill rap scene, officials said. Now, remember what I told y'all? I said, yo, look, first of all, we already know how the feds work, right? They don't just come, pull up, get you, and then that's it. They come and make sure that they got you. Their investigation is gonna be about 3 plus years, 3 to 4 years. I've been telling y'all this for the longest. The feds is gonna stay on you for about 3 or 4 years. They're gonna. That's just the way that they work. I've been telling y'all this for the longest. How every time they tell us about their investigation, how come it's always somewhere to 3 or 4 years? Every time they say that. I'm just saying. These defendants it goes on to say, these defendants terrorized residents of the Fordham Bedford Park neighborhoods who were forced to run for their lives as bullets flew. Bronx District Attorney Darcel Clark said, announcing the takedown. The joint operation between the DA's office and the NYPD resulted in an 82-count indictment against the alleged members of the G-Side Drilly Gang, a subset of the Bloods sex money murder. Now, it's a still photo, so I'm going to show it to you. Law enforcement alleged the gang's violent acts left 2 dead and 6 other wounded. That's in that particular situation. And they would brag about the bloodshed in music videos online. So not only did these dudes do it, right? But they then made songs about a specific murder that happened in a specific place. I'm gonna explain something. Okay, so I'm gonna stop for a second. I'm gonna drink some of this tea. We got tea tonight. And I want to explain something. Listen and pay attention. This particular gang, they've been on them for 3 years in the Bronx. Right? Okay. When was the Trinitarios? When was Junior Velez killed? I'm just going to say this. It's to the point that if niggas listen to what the fuck I be telling people, to the point that I'm right about shit. So hold on, let me just break this down real quick. All right. He died 2018. So this is, what the fuck just happened? I don't know what just happened. Anyway, I don't know what just happened. I'm just happy some of y'all still in here and I didn't have to start all the way back over. I don't know what just happened. Sorry for the interruption. My apologies. What up, Nick the Slick? He says, what's up, Frost BB and fam? Safe Hood says, over drill music, sorry, but it ain't no damn music. Try gang activity. Okay. What up, Prince to Amir? Salute. He says, good night, everyone. He drops the cash app. Saloon is open, by the way. All right, so let me clear this shit. Oh, this shit right here I don't need. So I don't have to look through this shit every single time. Fucking dick. Oh, that's why I didn't do it earlier. All right, boom. All right, so I want to be clear on something. Listen and pay attention. I am not trying to stop the police from doing their job ever. I just really would like for us to do better at not destroying each other. And a lot of the things that we do to destroy each other are the things that put us in prison. So I would like for us to stop destroying each other. That's going to limit some of the things that are putting us in prison. Because not for nothing, there's times that I've even mentioned here, I can't tell you that I wouldn't have did something similar to the guy that's going to jail now. So I'm not trying to make it sound like every time somebody ends up on the other side of the law, it isn't warranted. What I'm saying is that a lot of this activity that we're doing against one another, destroying our futures, isn't necessary. And we need to figure out a way to mitigate that. And it's almost always to do with resources. So we have to figure out a way to get the resources to the neighborhoods. because it's always about resources. Do y'all really know why the violence is also going up? Do y'all really want to also know why the violence is going up? Anybody know why the violence is also going up? There was a shooting. Well, let's see. Where it happened? Yeah, I'm gonna say. So when weed was first decriminalized and police was told to not necessarily arrest people that they see smoking in the streets, one of the things that happened was uh, it was a shooting that happened in Times Square. Now, I don't know what the shooting was over. Don't get this confused. I'm not saying I know what the shooting was over. But there was a shooting that happened in Times Square. Times Square is a place that they openly sell weed. Now, I'm going to backtrack and do something else. Now, look, listen, pay attention. If now they're openly selling weed there and anybody can sell weed there, guess what everybody there is doing that sells weed? That makes more competition. So now think about that on a citywide level. So now what you have is you have neighborhoods where they got 3 people selling weed on the same fucking block. You got 6 people selling weed on the same block. So I'm not here to make fun of these kids. I'm also not here to say free these kids or these men or whoever the fuck. There's some people that died behind some of this shit that happened. Take that shit to court to see what happened. But what I am here to say is that a lot of people that get caught up in this mess, they get caught up in these situations because there's a lack of resources. So you fight over the resources. That's why countries don't want you to introduce animals that aren't a part of that ecosystem into their country. Like, they don't want you to bring animals from another country into your country. You understand? What up, Al B? Said Frost BBN, what's poppin', chillin'. What up, Mr. Vaughn? They don't want you to, I don't know if that's the real Mr. Vaughn. They don't want you bringing, that's why they don't want you bringing like animals from other, like shit from other countries just in general, because it fucks up the ecosystem. So I just want you to understand something and pay attention. There's already a problem in New York City because everybody's trying to get into the rap game. Now everybody's trying to get into the drug game. Everybody's trying to get into the rap game. Everybody's trying to get into the drug game. There's only but so much space. There's only but so much room because there's only but so many people. And also, you do know who the biggest drug sellers in New York City is, actually, right? So, I'm not saying the gangs specifically are in competition with one another. I was actually explaining to you how business works. And I'm also saying there's people that got these cards that allow for them to sell weed out of stores. You know what the mob does? You know what the mob does, right? The mob moves into a neighborhood and they say, you pay us protection. Right? That's what the mob does, right? They move into a place and be like, yo, you pay us protection. Guess what? Guess what? Weed is legalized. If weed is legalized, that means that the people that's selling the weed pays the government taxes. That's why the government is legalizing weed, right? So who's their protection? Just, I gotta think, man. I know this shit sound crazy, but when you realize what's really happening, they were always gonna remove these gangs off the street. It was always gonna happen. It was always gonna happen. And I told you that when the junior situation happened, 1 year before this, probably a couple of months before this investigation started. That's when they got the money, right? Junior Velez was 2018, I believe it was June or July 2018. That's arguably, we could say 4 years ago, but it's really like 3 years ago, right? It's really like 3 years ago because this year just started, right? So they got the money. It probably took about 5, 6, 7 months to get the money. June is the 6th month. June, July, 6th or 7th month. They would have been getting the money at the beginning of the year of the next quarter, right? The beginning, right? So they got the money and they started this investigation. That's what I'm busy trying to explain to y'all. Shit sound crazy, but I'm telling you, listen and pay attention. You already know how the government moves. The government is slow as shit. Shout out to LB with the $10 drop. LB pulls up into the saloon. He got all of the fanfare. He's walking in. He got boxing gloves on his hands. But they're the old-timey boxing gloves, so they just look like regular gloves. LB comes into the saloon. He's running like this. He's like, oh, why water? He's doing the thing like this. He turns to the side. He throws some jabs that way. He turns to this side. He throws some jabs that way. He's doing this way. Whole time he's pumping his feet. He's pumping his feet. He goes he goes up to the bartender. He goes up to the bartender. He says, bartender, I want your strongest smoothie. I'm going to be doing some things, and I want to make sure that I get all of the muskers and all of the shrimps. The barkeep says, not a problem. He makes him a smoothie shit, right? He goes over there. He points to the guy to go out in the back and get on the bike that he has to pedal to spin the blades that they can make the smoothie in the machine. Because this is 1860. There's no electricity over here in the middle of nowhere. So, guy goes out. He throws some cactuses in there. He throws some rocks in there. Fucking LB is looking at this dude like, hold on. Who do you think I am? He throws some cactuses in there. He throws some cactuses in there. He throws some fucking with the pine needles and everything. He throws some rocks in there. He throws some Tabasco sauce in there. He throws some chili peppers, all types of different shit in there, right? He goes, he hands him to him. LB's looking at the drink. He's looking at this nigga. He said, you know what? I'll just have a sarsaparilla and a shot. He said, not a problem. He throws that shit in the garbage. Makes him the sarsaparilla and the shot. Shout out to LB. He said, I'm not drinking this shit. That shit is from Prince to Amir. I'm just out here trying to have a good time with my boxing gloves on that look like mittens. What up, Ben Roman? How you doing today, my brother? Salute. Ben Roman says, great evening, Frost. That's a fact. Don't let nobody lie to you. We over here winning. Let the people not winning look at how we winning and be angry. That's all you can do nowadays, man. Anyway, listen and pay attention. There's an 86 count indictment. I don't know if it says it in this article. It should say it in this article. Hold on. Let me just see. I don't know if it says it in this article. But there's an 86 count indictment. And just 82 count indictment, pardon me. With 20 people. And it's an 82 count indictment. And it's 20 people. And it's an 82 count indictment. Y'all know what that means? You know what that means? Do you know what that means? An 82 count indictment. Let me just see if this is the real Mr. Vaughn before I kick that account. Yeah, I don't think that's the real Mr. Vaughn though. I think that's a fake Mr. Vaughn. So I'm sending Mr. Vaughn a text right now. If it's the real Mr. Vaughn, he'll respond to it and then we'll take it from there. Check this and listen and pay attention. I want you to listen. I want you to pay attention. Listen and pay attention. Listen and pay attention. Listen and pay attention. It's an 82 count indictment with 20 people. They're saying that most of their cases built off of the rap music and off of social media. No, I know that's a fake one, but we're gonna let him stay in here a little while longer. We'll wait until he just say something incendiary, right? Because he's not really saying nothing. He's just pretending to be somebody, right? Fuck him. All right, so listen, pay attention. Hit that like button, everybody. Listen, pay attention. 82 count indictment. They said they got most of the shit, most of the information from music. 2 minors, by the way. There's 2 minors, by the way. Most of the information that they got on the case is from social media and from music videos where they was actually... See, this is the problem with these dudes when they talk about the shit in the music videos. They're probably talking about shit that nobody would know unless you did the damn thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this is what I mean by, what the fuck is you niggas doing? First of all, why are you killing your ops? Okay, no, that's not... Stop. Stop. Why are you creating beefs with people when they are unnecessary? That's what I'm saying. Because after y'all start killing each other and y'all still shooting at each other, there ain't much I could say. I can't tell you to not miss your loved one. I can't tell you to not miss your brother. I can't tell you to not miss your sister. I can't tell you to not miss your father. I can't tell you to not miss your mother. That's insanity. So I can't tell you how to feel if somebody passed away or somebody died. So I'm not here for that. But what I am saying, there's a point before that happens where that's not necessary. We need to start getting to these problems at that point. That's at the point that we need to have the shit handled. That's the point that niggas is talking about with the OGs. The OGs, not all of them, obviously. But there are some that they just sending niggas on dummy missions. They might just see a nigga and just don't like a nigga. That nigga busy minding his business his whole life. You might just be seeing him and be like, I just don't like the way he laces them sneakers. And then you understand what I'm saying? So there's situations that I'm just trying to make the point that people are having arguments and having these beefs with individuals over nothing. I'm going to read some more of this damn article. Because this is upsetting to me. I don't know if it's upsetting to anybody else, but this is upsetting to me. 20 people, 82 count indictment over 3 years. So over 3 years, the FBI was watching these dudes shooting and killing shit up. At least a year and a half. Because you know they was watching. For at least a year and a half, the FBI was watching these dudes. Oh, yeah, Will Smith gets a 10-year ban. That's a fact. Y'all want to make jokes about that? Let me finish with this article. Let's make jokes about Will Smith. I want to make jokes so bad. Y'all want to make jokes? I don't really want to do this depressing ass shit. This shit is making me angry, actually. If y'all want to do jokes and talk about Will Smith, let me know. Put it in the chat. The joint operation, I'm just going to finish reading this article at least, and then I'm going to read the Daily News article, and then we can move on, if that's fair. I want to at least put an ending on it and not just stop in the middle and dub it. It goes on to say, the joint operation between the DA's office and the NYPD resulted in an 82 count indictment against the alleged members of the G-Side Drilly Gang and the subset Blood, Sex, Money, Murder. We just read that. That's a come, I remember 80-something. Law enforcement alleged the gang's violent acts left 2 dead and 6 others wounded, and they would brag about the bloodshed in music videos. 13 of the alleged members had already been charged in heinous acts of violence, including shooting inside of a Bronx barbershop where 18-year-old Brandon Beltrez and an unarmed teen allegedly opened fire on their target in October 2021. That's one of the minors. The brazen shooting was captured on surveillance video. The new court docs also indicted 20-year-old Precious Williams and a teen boy, that's the other minor, who allegedly shot Delilah Vasquez, 20, in the forehead, killing her inside of her apartment on Hall Avenue. The indictment led to the arraignment of 7 other alleged members who were out on the streets for various crimes. You know what that sounds like? I'm not going to say nothing, but you know what that sounds like. We vow to keep dismantling gangs and crews and working hard to prevent the senseless violence so often associated with the activities. Police Commissioner Key Chant Sel. Okay, we're not doing this. His name is spelled Keechant. And his first name is so confusing that I just don't even know how to say his last name. The first name, that's just so fucked up. The second name is Sewell. I can't even, the first name is just, where did this guy come from? Anyway, Mayor Eric Adams also railed against the drill music scene and even called on social media outlets to ban the genre, which he says glorifies violence. He even held a meeting with members of the scene at City Hall in February. I'm going to tell you what they're doing right now. They're going to show you that these gangs are literally making these freaking, these music videos and these songs, and they're talking about violence, and they're going to say, see, drill music does violence. And for all the people that says drill music isn't about violence, they're going to keep going and going after all of the drill music rappers and saying, look, drill music is about violence. And sooner or later, they're going to create a situation where the people who are not creating violence in drill music, it's going to be a problem for you to be able to even perform in New York City, because that's the next step. I promise you. The next step is that they're just going to put a mandate where there will be no performances by any artists doing drill music. I promise you, it's coming. Watch. It's so, people could say whatever. People come here, upset me, yeah, manipulate, whatever, right? But it's so easy to manipulate the masses. All you have to do is get enough people to believe that a thing is needed. That's it. That's all you gotta. Don't time the person out. Kick them all the way out the door. Oh, you kicking them when they down. I don't know what the damn is for, but okay. Oh, what I just said? Yeah, look. So, alright, so I'm going to read the Daily News article, and then we can move on and talk about this Will Smith shit if y'all want to talk about Will Smith. The Daily News article goes, drill rap music videos help cops corral 20 ruthless gang members. Do you understand how that shit is just totally different than what the fucking Post wrote? Oh, for my title, copy. Do you understand how that's totally different than what the Post wrote? What the fuck, yo? I should have used I used the Post title. I should have used the fucking Daily News' title. This is more, god dang it. I should have read the articles first and I would have realized, but I should have knew better. It's the fucking Post. Anyway, Daily News goes on to say, drill music videos help cops corral 20 ruthless gang members, including four adolescents indicted in roles they played in vicious reign of terror against communities in the Bronx where residents were shot or stabbed in a spate of deadly violence that spanned more than 3 years. Police and prosecutors said Thursday dozens of acts of violence were spelled out in an 82-count indictment that details murders and attempted murders, including the shooting death last year of 20-year-old Bronx woman who was gunned down at close range in an apartment known to police as a gang hangout. The indictment covers 32 violent crimes over 36 months, including brazen, broad daylight shootings, some of which were bragged about on the drill music scene, authorities said. Arrest and Operation Drilly results in the recovery of 18 guns and charges that included and charges that included murder, attempted murder, manslaughter, weapons possession, assault, and grand larceny. The defendants allegedly committed multiple shootings, some in broad daylight, killing 2 people and injuring innocent bystanders. I'm going to say something else. What y'all have to understand is when these dudes is doing this shit in broad daylight, like, I promise you, if y'all did some of these shootings at night, it would not get the same attention. I promise you. It'll get attention, but not the same attention. Drill music is self-snitching music. That's a fact. Anyway, it goes on to say, I reread that little part so we can get through this, because y'all want to talk about Will Smith. We're going to talk about Will Smith in a minute. The defendants allegedly committed multiple shootings in broad daylight, killing 2 people and injuring innocent bystanders, said Bronx DA Darcel Clark. These defendants terrorized residents in the Fort Beverly neighborhood where they were forced to run for their lives as bullets flew. The dead included Delilah Vasquez, 20, who was shot in the head and I remember this shit. They said she was a snitch. They killed her because they said she was a snitch. I remember that. They said she was a snitch. That's why they killed her. The house that she got killed in was an abandoned house that they had. That they just used that as, you know, a dog house or whatever. They killed her because they said she was a snitch. That's why she died. But I'm going to say something. Y'all out here killing snitches. You know, once you kill the snitch, especially if you are the one that killed the snitch, you know you're 100% going to jail, right? You do know this, right? If the person is a snitch, that means that most likely these guys are being tracked by the police, probably at the time that you're actually killing them. Remember, it's not back in the fucking 80s. And niggas got cell phones. They know where you at. They know who with you. They know everything. Also, if you a snitch, they could literally just have your fucking your phone mic'd. And they're just with you and they talking and they a whole snitch. Then you kill them. They know exactly. Yo, I'm just going to be quiet. Y'all do what y'all need to do. Surveillance video showed 4 people going in and out the building at the time of the shooting. What did I just tell you? Building, right? I told you, right? Look, the dead included Delilah Vasquez, 20, was shot in the head in an empty third-floor apartment in Hall Avenue in Norwood in March 17, 2021. Surveillance video showed 4 people going in and out of the building at the time of the shooting. How would they know when the time of the shooting was? Keep acting like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Dead 2 is James Rivera, 24, who was killed July 20th, 2020. When 6 attackers, including 2 who were teens at the time, chased him along Decatur Avenue. Cops said at least 4 of them had guns and used them to shoot at Rivera multiple times, but that apparently wasn't enough. When Rivera fell to the ground, one of the attackers stabbed him. Rivera later died of a gunshot wound to the back. Today's sweeping indictment highlights the focused efforts that continue to identify the relatively small percentage of people responsible for much of the city's crime and disorder, said Police Commissioner, that guy's name, I'm not trying that. We vow to keep dismantling gangs and crews and working hard to prevent the senseless violence so often associated with their activities. According to the prosecutors, the suspects were allegedly members of the G-Side Drilly Gang, a subset of the Blood, Sex, Money, Murder, responsible for dozens of acts of violence, mainly in the area of East Gun Hill Road, Hull Ave, Decatur Ave, between September 2018 and September 20th, 2018 and March 15, 2020. The shooting and stabbing left 6 people wounded. And then this is just a better article. What the fuck? This is just such a better article. It's way longer. They said that the group had 26 prior busts for firearm possessions. They had untraceable ghost guns among the seized weapons. Damn, I'm not trying to rap. Yeah, so they already had these dudes because that girl was allegedly was a snitch. So they already had these guys. That girl allegedly was a snitch. That's why they killed her. Allegedly. Freaking yeah, I brought up Will Smith. I want to say something. So this was definitely real, huh? Will Smith has been banned from the Academy for 10 years. So this is definitely real. So that means that for the next 10 years of Will's life, he's not going to probably be able to win an Oscar. So you know what that means, right? Anybody knows what that means? If for the next 10 years, Will cannot win an Oscar. Because he cannot win an Oscar. Because he... You know what that means, right? I mean, could he still be nominated? I guess he can't come into the building, but he could probably still be nominated. But why would they give him the Oscar if when they liked him, they only gave him one? For his lead in acting, right? And that was this year. And that was when he was cool with them. What up, Prince Tool? Made you out? All right, peace. Okay. But just so we could be clear, we're still talking about the gang thing, but somebody asked me about Will Smith, so I wanted to just cover the Will Smith thing real quick. Somebody brought Will Smith up in the chat, so I wanted to finish what I was saying about the gang thing, then we can get to Will Smith. Oh, they giving Will the Will's a dub. What the fuck? I would have. Okay, so you know what? Y'all do know what that means. Yeah, they're doing that to him also. But what that means is there's lots of roles that he's just not going to be able to get because those roles are specifically set up to compete for the Oscar. So there's roles that he's not even going to be up for because those roles are specifically to go. Those roles like when he goes and does Ali, that's specifically for Oscar contention. When you go and you act in a movie like Shawshank Redemption, I'm not just using Will Smith movies as a barometer. I'm just explaining. When you go be in a Shawshank Redemption, you know you're going in a movie that they believe is gonna compete at the Oscars. When you go to be on the Schindler's List, you understand what I'm saying? These are movies that they consider to be competing at the Oscars. So therefore, when they make these movies, they make sure that they get actors that can be able to convey the content appropriately. They make sure that they go get the correct directors that know how to make the imagery that they're gonna need. They make sure that they go get the appropriate cinematographers. Do you understand what I'm saying? The right actors. So why are they gonna go have a fucking movie that's for Oscar contention and go get a dude that the Oscars is like, we don't fuck with you? You understand what I'm saying? So that's really what it's going to be doing for the next 10 years of Will. Am I the only one that thinks like this, or am I just thinking way too far out the box? Does that make sense? That makes sense, right? Because yeah, because that's what the first thing I thought hearing about it, like, oh, this nigga's not going to be in none of the best movies for 10 years. 10 years. I don't know what you're going to do now, Will. What in the hell? Also, what that's gonna mean is, and this is just me, I could be wrong, but unless certain people are friends of his or how do you say sympathizers, they might pull out of projects that might be already greenlit. You understand? There might be projects that might already be greenlit. And then people might pull out of the shit. Like, well, I know that this isn't gonna get because okay, so this is what I think is gonna be more than anything else. Whatever his next project is gonna be the thing. If his next project blows everything out the water and the fans still pull up, then it don't matter what Oscar do. You understand? Then he could just go make his own shit. Just fuck y'all niggas. It won't matter what the Oscars do. But if his next whatever the fuck drops and it's not good, then he don't have no leverage. Because this is all about leverage right now. He needs leverage. He needs whatever the next thing that he comes out with to blow the doors off of everything. I'm going to explain something to you. Will Smith is not, I like Will Smith. But Will Smith is not a great actor. It's just that we like Will Smith. So every role Will Smith is in, almost, with the exception of the one that he just won an Oscar for and a couple of other movies, he's just Will Smith playing Will Smith. Tell me where I'm wrong. With the exception of a few movies, he's not really doing a character. He's just Will Smith. And Deadpool and in Independence Day, he was just Will Smith fighting aliens. For real, watch that movie again. He was literally just Will Smith fighting aliens. That's dope. I'm here for it. I like Will Smith fighting aliens. I would like a new Independence Day. Get with Will Smith. He was in the Independence Day, the second Independence Day that came out. He died. So he needs a... He's dead. He's dead in that universe. His son's alive apparently though. So, whatever. Hancock too. I don't know why they haven't got on that. I'm gonna say something real quick. Once again, and he was just Will Smith with superpowers and attitude. Will Smith is not a great actor. It's just that we like to see Will Smith be Will Smith. That's it. We like to see Will Smith be Will Smith, man. Let's just keep it a stack. Bad Boys is just Will Smith with a gun, right? Just Will Smith with a gun and a badge. That's it. He's still just Will Smith. But that's one of the reasons why everybody likes Will Smith. You understand what I'm saying? Because he's literally always just Will Smith. Wild Wild West, he's Will Smith. What the fuck? Tell me where I'm wrong. He's just always the same. He's just Will Smith. That's why when people be like, he should have won, there's a couple of times that I think that he did exceptional. But, nah, I'm sorry. There's just a lot better actors than Will Smith. With all due respect. There's a lot of bad actors better than Will Smith. You liked Ali? I didn't even ever see Ali. I think I didn't see Ali. It was a personal issue. And that was because I remember watching the footage of the Thriller Manila. So I know that they did the movie based on, and I remember the footage, and I remember watching it on that VHS tape, rewinding it, and it would just never did any good. I was not gonna ever like the movie. You understand? And if you can get some of the old documentary footage of the Thriller Manila, I think they had it was an actual fucking DVD that came out. If you could get it, it was an actual VHS tape that came out. If you could get it, I'm sorry, he just don't have the charisma of Ali. He just don't, and he's charismatic as shit. Will Smith is one of the most charismatic actors ever. Okay, let's just be clear. He's not a great actor. He's just so fucking charismatic. It's just effortless. But he's not a great actor, and so I would have never liked Ali because I saw and Ali is just so charismatic and he's just incredible. And if you could get some of the documentary footage of the Thriller of Manila, it came out. They had like a thing. Go watch it. It's incredible. It's incredible. Ali at his best, as far as being an orator, at his fucking best. For real, for real. Also, Saloon is open. Ali at his best, for real, for real. I ain't gonna lie to you. Nah, Jada just got contempt for him. I think she just looks like she got contempt for him. A lot of contempt. That's what it looks like to me. She just got a lot of contempt for him. It is what it is. There's nothing you can do about that. She just got contempt for him. There's nothing you can do about that. I don't know what he did. I don't know what happened. I don't know what transpired. But we had Mike Jones on here earlier. Shout out to the super producer. Shout out to the super producer. Yeah, she resents him like a fuck. She's content for him. Shout out to the super producer. But he brought up a great point. He said maybe Will Smith isn't really a nice guy in real life. And so, maybe he's not really a real nice guy in real life. And this is what I'm going to say. Not everybody is a nice person at every minute of the day. That's not even possible. So we have to say what criteria we're holding them to. Because, sometimes people hold you to impossible standards so they can have a reason to treat you bad. You understand what I'm saying? So they'll hold you to a standard that there's no way you can make it. So they always have a reason or to have some shit to talk about you. You understand? Will Smith acts charisma while Tupac has charisma. Nah, I think Will Smith is charismatic, man. Don't take that away from Will. He's charismatic. Will Smith, this is the fake King. That's the fake Mr. Vaughn. I'm just kicking you. Will Smith is charismatic. I have no idea what happened with Mocha. Okay, so shout out to you. Shout out to her. Hope everything's going well with her. Oh, my knee. Oh, boy. I just want to say something real quick. Am I the only one that does this? So, I'm a big fan of animal crackers. So, I keep them in a Ziploc. Am I the only one that does that? I want to ask people about that shit. So, I keep my animal crackers in the Ziplocs over here. Am I the only one that does that? That's not him. That's not Mr. Vaughn. That's a fake Mr. Vaughn page. I just kicked him so nobody else gets tricked. That's a fake Mr. Vaughn page. It's not the real Mr. Vaughn. I kicked him. That's a fake Mr. Vaughn page. It's not the real Mr. Vaughn. So I kicked him. Now do you see why I just be kicking people? Because if I don't kick them, people don't know that they fake. I know they're fake, but you guys might not know that they're fake. I don't know they're fake, though. Nah, I appreciate you, Symbology Scanner. Salute. Call out all of them rat bastards every time you get an opportunity. Yeah, I kicked him. Shout out to him. Niggas is crazy. Yeah, so maybe he's not, but like I said before, sometimes people hold you to impossible standards so they can have a reason to talk shit about you. You understand what I'm saying? I was once told by somebody that the only way I could be considered a nice person if I never get angry. So that's what somebody told me. So I can never get angry. So the reason why I'm not a nice person is because I can never get angry ever. Like ever, ever, ever. I stopped talking to that person, by the way. I'm just gonna let you know. Nigga told me some shit like that. I say, nah, I can't fuck with you, homie. Just like that. Whenever somebody tell me some weirdo shit like that, I be like, nah, I can't fuck with you. I stopped talking to niggas forever. And yeah, nah, I stopped talking to them motherfuckers forever. That was a family member that told me that shit. I don't talk to that nigga. I just stopped talking to niggas forever. And whenever somebody tell me some weird shit like that, that's why I keep trying to tell you. Pay attention. That's why somebody can't just come to me and tell me about other people. You know, you can't just come to me and tell me about other people. Because I'll be looking at you like, why are you telling me this shit? The fuck do I care about how much money they make? That shit don't do nothing for me. The fuck do I care about where they live? That shit don't do nothing for me. What the fuck is you talking about? Like, mind the people you be around, man. Yeah, mind the people you be around, man. Y'all people be spending all, not y'all, obviously, I'm just saying. Some people be spending all their time with people that don't do nothing but talk about other people. How y'all supposed to do better in life? Like, how you supposed to figure anything out? Or all you do is sit around talking about how much y'all dislike people. Like, how y'all gonna do, like, what the fuck is going on with you? Like, shout out to you, though. I don't know what to tell you. Hope you get all of the wins. Niggas is weirdos and shit. I got up and got them animal crackers because I was thinking about eating some of them bitches. Shout out to Arthur D. Glass. He says, yeah, give him the side eye. Niggas is weird. But I do want to say this about the whole drill music scene real quick. I'm gonna stay on I want to stay with the jokes on the other topic. We're moving away from the drill music topic, but I want to close it out to say this. I'm going to say this one last thing. I want to close out the drill music topic, and I want to move to the Will Smith topic. I want to say this real quick. I want to stay on the Will Smith topic. I want to say this real quick. A lot of you dudes is already caught. I promise you. A lot of you dudes is already caught. They're just waiting to snatch you niggas up for whatever the reason might be. They might just not be going after you because y'all niggas ain't shooting on the block. There's a lot of you dudes that are gonna escape prosecution if y'all stop doing violence. I promise you. I promise you. There's a lot of y'all that haven't killed too many niggas or any niggas yet that they could 100% get you for. I'm telling you. And if y'all don't commit violence, what they're gonna do is they're gonna go after everybody that's committing violence. So stop committing violence. Stop committing violence. I'm telling you, I'm giving you, this is the best thing I can tell you. If you have not did enough violence where they gotta come get you off the street right now, if y'all haven't killed the nigga in a year or two, some shit like that, if y'all not one of these gangs running around, running up on niggas and robbing niggas all over all this wild shit that's going on now, if you are not doing that, stay away from the violence. Stop killing each other. Don't get in situations where you might have to kill a nigga. That's the whole key to this shit. That's the shit I don't think people get. It's not about being tough enough that you're going to do the violence. It's about being smart enough to be able to avoid the situation where you're going to have to do the violence and still win. Like, when you start thinking on that level, that's fucking three-dimensional chess. I'm going to get to the win without committing the violence. Because if I commit the violence, the police come. So maybe we don't profit for a week. But we still going to get that same money. We just got to hold that shit off for a couple of days. But holding that shit up for a couple of days puts us in a situation where we're not risking a couple of years. I'm here for that. I'm going to tell you what it is. Niggas is killing all the smart niggas. Niggas is hating all the smart niggas. So the people that could have been trying to get this shit done and have the good ideas to make it so that you could avoid the police and not have to kill each other every 5 minutes, y'all niggas don't like them niggas. Them is the niggas y'all make fun of. Them is the squares. So I just want y'all to understand what's going on. Those are the squares. Anyway, let's get back to the Jade is the worst though. Jade is the worst. Shout out to Jada Pinkett. Symbology Scanner says, I used your line, give people their flowers while they're here, and I told them Jack Frost statement, BBN Network, YouTube. They really to that statement to heart. All right, salute. Which line you said? As real as it gets. Yeah, yo, look. It's not about, okay, so it's not about stealing the diamond. It's about getting away with it. When you realize that, your whole approach to life kind of changes. It's not about stealing the diamond. It's about getting away with it. Yeah, give people their flowers while they're still here. That's a fact, Symbology. Also, saloon is open. Anybody want to give Jackson flowers? I'll appreciate them. I need all of the flowers. Yeah, so they hate the smart niggas. So, and you know, and not for nothing, the real smart niggas ain't trying to really be out there getting involved in shit that's gonna make them lose their life in the first place. But the smart niggas that go out there and fuck around in the street, those are the niggas that get killed. Shout out to Prince to me and put the cash app in the chat. Let's get further. 10 drops to the cash app. You rap bastards. It's Friday night. Who pulling up? Saloon is open. Yo, but this shit, but for real though, like, weed is legal now, right? To the point where they not really even fucking with niggas that's selling it, right? This just goes to show you why niggas been complaining, yo, weed was legal, we could sell all the weed, we don't get in trouble. But what you also have to understand is that opens up the market. This is what I'm trying to explain. You know how many turf wars is going on right now over spots and shit like that? Over, like, I could just imagine. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, I mean, imagine. These niggas is putting all of that shit in their rap music. And then you know how many songs is out already? Like, even if they stop right now, you know how many songs is already out incriminating them? Like, even if right now they said, you know what, I'm done. I'm not making no more music about the crimes that I've committed. Nigga, you already made like 20. You stopping now? How is that helping? You like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I see what time you on. I'm trying to tell you. Also, you should have already knew. I remember, shout out to Hocus 4/5. I got it off of his page. Do y'all remember when I told y'all about when they said that they're gonna open up the they was gonna have a task force for drill music specifically for the Bronx and Brooklyn? Do y'all remember when I told y'all about that shit? I was like, yo, they're gonna have a task force specifically for the Bronx and Brooklyn drill music. Do y'all remember when I told y'all that shit? You know why it was specifically for Bronx and Brooklyn? Because they already knew who they were targeting. Because they already had the information and they already had all these niggas on the hook. It's just for whatever the reason was, the last administration didn't pull the trigger. Maybe they weren't ready. I don't know. Yo, raise your hands. How many of y'all in here would love for your wife to treat you like Will Smith, like Jada treats Will Smith? I want to know how many people in here would love to have their wife or their girlfriend, or to be married or be dating somebody that treats them like Jada Pinkett Smith treats Will Smith. She just throws that nigga under the bus, and then she backs the bitch up, and then she rolls the bitch over on its side. She take the bus. She take the bus. This nigga be on the floor right here. She take the bus. She like, meow, meow. Then she take the bus. She roll the bus over. Then she roll the bus over like this and shit and drive back over that nigga. She does not care. She does not care. Prince to Amir says, all drill music rappers, guess what? I'll be drilling while you doing your bid. Okay, I'm not doing this. Oh, yo, hold on. He just mentioned YNW Melly. Yo, why YNW Melly? I know, I'm going to say it like this. First of all, they already had him, right? Okay, first they already had YNW Melly. They got too much evidence. It's fuck. That's one. Two, his mother comes on social media after the situation happens and literally, okay, so this is how they get you, right? They got to choose motive and they got to choose prove opportunity. This is if they don't have actual proof, right? They got to prove motive and opportunity. That's like if they don't have video footage, if they don't have a witness, shit like that, right? But they got a witness, the driver, just so we can be clear. You do know he's going to be a witness, right? You know this, the driver. Anyway, so allegedly what he's going to be saying is that he didn't know that YNW Melly was going to do what he did, or that he was going to hold the gun on him when he was scared for his own life. Something along those lines. But listen, pay attention. They need motive and opportunity, right? The police are literally saying he was in the car. And then the mother gives the motive when the mother says that the dude had did something to her. One of the dudes that got killed. So he's done, and his mother helped him. Stop thinking everybody family is on their side, yo. I swear, that shit is bananas. Anyway, right now, the mother is mad. His brother, Jay Green, I think, there's his cousin, Jay Green. He's mad, and his brother's pissed. And his brother, hold on. I got a shitload more to say about this real quick. And his brother's pissed. Listen. His brother is BS Slime or something like that, right? So the cousin barely does any music at all. He's upset because the money stopped. The brother does a little bit of music, but the music that he does can't pay for his lifestyle, and they're upset about that. And the mother is saying, yeah, they need to get more money or whatever the case is, right? First of all, I wouldn't be giving. I'm just gonna be quiet. I'm not gonna. I couldn't believe his moms did that. And then also, if I ever get locked up in prison, please don't bring any women to the outside of the prison to strip and dance in front of me. Why would you be torturing me like that? I'm stuck inside the prison, and you're gonna bring some strippers out to the window for me to look and not be able to touch? No, we're not doing that. Stop calling here too. Stop calling the prison. I'm not here. Whatever, if you call, they can don't call me no more. I'm in the prison and shit. I ain't gonna be bitch ass that do that shit. Why would you do that to me? But hold on. Check this out though. Somebody said something. I forgot who I was talking to. But apparently there's a good chance that he was told a lie, and that's why he killed those two dudes in the first place. Now, when I heard that, the first thing I thought was, now it makes sense for the mother to go on social media and say, that guy did a thing to me. Because that's what the mother told him. Now, the guy might not have did a thing to her. Or he might have, who knows? When I was growing up, I used to have people tell me that they didn't tell me when certain people did shit because of the way that I was going to go then step to those people's business. So, the fact that if his mother did tell him something that led for him to then go shoot those 2 people, she put him in prison. That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, the Graham Cloud dude got people bugging. Because, man, I don't know, people, shout out to people. Well, shout out to MNY. Of course, your mother's supposed to be on your team, but niggas don't be on niggas' teams nowadays. People, it's all about what you do for me. You understand what I'm saying? Also, you gotta understand, up until, listen, pay attention. Up until a couple of generations, people had kids to take care of them. People didn't have kids like because they wanted to have a family. People had kids so they could have somebody to take care of them. I'm going to tell you something that I know for a fact because I know people who did this and I've heard people talk about this. But this is just so sad. And especially people, this is something that happens in the black community. Not everybody in the black community, obviously, and I'm not going to say any place specifically geographically. But we got this thing in the black community where sometimes people be having their kids and be purposely trying to isolate their children so their children don't got no choice, but when their child got old, their child don't got nobody. So their child gotta live with them and take care of them. That's fucked up. You understand? And usually when that child tries to break out of that situation, especially other people in the family that was trying to help keep that person isolated, they usually attack that individual and it could usually get really, really ugly and it could get real, real bad. That's why I try to tell you, some people, that's why I say some shit is just evil, because why would you want to do that to somebody's life? You understand what I'm saying? Like, people got shit they want to do. Nobody, why would... YNW Melly. So, there's a good chance that the mother could have said something to him, or that she did say something to him that actually is why the situation transpired. And if that is what happened, if that's 100% what happened, if that is what happened, come on, man. If that's gonna come out in the court, it's gonna come out in all that shit. I don't know about the 100K dude. I don't know about that guy, 100K management. I don't know about him, but he did go give the police his phone, YNW Melly's phone. But we don't know what that was about. Maybe he was gonna get arrested. He was like, man, I'm not going to jail. There's ladies out here. I don't want my mom's bringing those strippers to my window and teasing me. I'm not going to jails. Who knows what he did? I have not the slightest idea. I'm just saying things. But who knows what he did? Shit's crazy. Niggas is bugging. Give me 1 minute. This is another thing when I don't have the computer. See, when I have the computer, I can send y'all to a commercial break, and then I could go get my tea. I'm gonna go get my tea. I'm gonna be right back. I can't send you to a commercial break. Be right back. Also, did anybody see the basketball video I put up? It's 14 minutes long. Anybody seen the basketball video I put up? It's 14 minutes long. Did anybody see the basketball video I put up? It's 14 minutes long. warm up for a second. Did anybody see the basketball video I put up? Well, I'm not gonna say women do that specifically. People do that just in general to the trapping children and into their adults. That was a thing that they just did back in, like, you know, forever. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that, you know, people have been always doing. You know, which is crazy because what the thing should be is trying to promote all of your children to be successful. Because if your child is successful, then your child could take care of you. To sabotage your child's life to prevent your child from being successful, that's kind of saying that you know that you're a bad person. And if your child will be successful, they're not coming back. So that in its own self is like, that's what makes me think, like, you know you a bad person. And if your child get away from you, there's no coming back. They like, I'm free. That's what that shit make me think. I mean, I could be wrong, but I be like, what the fuck? Because I can't understand that dynamic. I can't understand that dynamic. Like, if you got, like, I'm going to say something that I don't understand. If you have a father or a mother and y'all are on good terms and y'all got 5-6 kids, like, you know, 5-6 kids, there's no reason in the world why your father or your mother, you know, should have to pay rent. We live in New York City. You got 5-6 kids. If you raise your kids right and your kids got even a regular moderate job, your kids could pay your fucking rent. But niggas don't think like that. They too busy thinking they're gonna go get married and go away, and then who gonna take care of me? I literally heard my father tell me that though. Some real shit. You gonna go away, and who gonna take care of me? Look at this nigga. Like, so I can have no life. So yeah, screw YNW Melly's moms. I'm on that time. Screw that bitch. Real shit. Screw that bitch. I'm not one of those people that think you should snitch on your kids. I don't think I can snitch on my daughter. My daughter go out there and kill somebody and I find out, we gonna all go into jail because I'm not gonna go tell on her. I'm gonna be so disappointed unless it was for a good reason. It better be like, yo, you was almost like you had no choice or some shit. I don't want to lose you. That other person had to go. It is what it is. I don't know how his moms look. I never cared. Has anybody else saw a TV show called Bridgerton? Has anybody else seen a TV show called Bridgerton? I'm just asking. YNW Melly's mother. Hold on. Huh. See image. No. Not for me. She's not ugly. She's 100% not ugly. I'm not saying she's unattractive, but I'm looking at her eyes, and that just I don't know if I don't got time for the problems that might come with her. She's not ugly though. She's not unattractive. She's not bad looking. She's not just, and also she look like Melly, so that's just not gonna work for me. But yeah, she's not bad looking. I mean, I wouldn't, like, it's not like I'll be like, I'm not gonna smash. Like, that's crazy. Is it? I mean, I'm not. It's not like if it was like in a situation and be like, oh man, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, I got trust issues. You see how she look? Like, you think I'm gonna trust her? I'm just asking. Shout out to Nick the Slick. He says, duck off in the back. Shout out to Nick the Slick pulling up to the saloons. I don't know what that means. Shout out to Nick the... What you saying? I got bad breath. Shout out to Nick the Slick. Oh, you saying her shit stink. Shout out to Nick the Slick. You funny. Shout out to Nick the Slick pulling up in the saloon with a $20 drop. Nick the Slick. What was I showing you? I had the wrong screen on. I 100% had the wrong screen on, didn't I? Shout out to Nick the Slick with the $20 drop. Nick the Slick pulls up into the saloon. As he comes in, he has his whole pimp gear on. He has a whole bunch of feathers. He has a whole what do you call one of those things? Like the chalices and shit with all of the diamonds on it and shit. He's coming in like a whole pimp. He has his pimp cane and shit. He's walking in the saloon. He's like, hey, he's giving the dap, he's giving the head nods. He's walking in the saloon all pimping like. He walks up to the bartender. He says, let me get 2 bottles of champagne, yeah. And then he looks upstairs, and all of the ladies go, woo! The ladies is doing that shit. He looks upstairs, and then he goes like this, and he turns around and he looks at the ladies with all of the pimp cup chalice, and with the chain in this hand, and then he takes his 2 fingers like this, and he twirls them like this, and as he's twirling them, he starts pointing them at his junk, and he goes, yeah. Bartender says, I'll send up your wine. I'll send up your champagne, yeah. Shout out to Nick the Slick pulling up in the saloons. As he walks up the stairs, the ladies is giddy. One of them yells out, me first. The another one says, why don't we let the geisha go first? That's a whole joke. He's mad he's a geisha. But you don't understand. You got superpowers, man. Don't worry, we're going to find out. One of these days there's going to be a petty war. And he's going to be around and he's going to understand that. Anyway, there's this show called Bridgerton. And it's just like they get a whole bunch of pretty people and put them on television. I really need a girlfriend. I have no excuse for some of these shows I've seen. I have no excuse. Like, I can't be like, nah, just watch that because Shorty wanted to see it. Nah, nigga, I saw it. I was here by myself. I was flipping. There was nothing on. I saw this shit. I said, I'll give it 5 minutes. It turned out to be good. Yeah, no, I would stay away from YNW Melly's mother. I would stay away from any mother that their kid becomes a rapper and they're just involved as much, or why is your name even coming up? You understand what I'm saying? Like only time you should see the moms and the pops is like if there's at an event. You understand what I'm saying? And they're there taking a picture with them, like this is my moms or my pops. You know, just, or, you know, they're part of the show, maybe. You understand what I'm saying? But it's when they get involved, like she gets involved, they're fighting him for his own career. You understand? That's what you got to understand. They're fighting him for his own career. He went out there and worked to get a career because he has a talent. They're fighting him for his career. You understand? That's what they're doing. That's why people try to get families away from stars a lot of times. Because the family will be fighting the person for their career. You know, it's if you don't let us get in, we're going to make sure that you don't make it. It'd be those type of situations. If I don't get, I'm going to do this to fuck your brand up. You understand? And it's however you're going to take it, however you're going to do it. It's if you're going to give in or not. So I don't really encourage people to give in to terrorism. So I usually just do the extreme thing. Like, fuck it. fuck it. I don't want to give in to terrorism. If you give in to terrorism one time, you're gonna have to give into it again. So fuck it. If I give you, sooner or later, you're gonna say enough is enough. So we might as well just say enough is enough off the rip. That's all I'm thinking. Sooner or later, you're gonna be like this. Sooner or later, the bullshit is gonna keep happening. You're gonna be like, I ain't got time for this. So fuck it. As soon as it happened the first time, just put it into it the first time. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna feel like a dick. You let the shit happen like 5 or 6 times, and you finally had enough. And you be like, all about those 5 times you let the shit ride. You was a dick, nigga. You should have right off the rip be like, nah, we not doing this. This is not up to my standard. And sometimes that's all it is. From a real standpoint, sometimes people want you to lower. Sometimes people want you to lower your standard. Sometimes, and when you don't lower your standard, they get upset and they take it as a personal attack. Because in order for what they consider to be something that you might already have surpassed, or you're beyond that particular ability to be entertained by this thing. So a lot of times, like, and this is not me trying to be disrespectful, but it's like when you're playing with the child, a game that the child is playing, you are going to play with the child for the game that the child is playing, but there's only but so much interacting that you can do on the level that the child is on. There's going to be a point where even though you're interacting with the child, you're doing it from the perspective of an adult. And the child, being a child, doesn't comprehend that the child is being not made fun of, but that the child is being treated in such a manner that is, playing down to the child, because that's what you have to do, you being an adult. So what happens is when you're dealing with another adult sometimes, and you have to lower your standard, the way that you respond and the way that you act is going to be reflective of that. And now this isn't a child, this is an adult. So what's going to happen is sometimes they're going to think that you're patronizing them, or they're going to think that you're trying to make fun of them or whatnot, when in reality it's just that you're actually trying to do your best to not even placate them, but trying to do your best to interact with them in this area that they're in, that is below the standard that you're used to. So sometimes people gotta understand that. Sometimes people are just trying to lower your standard. You understand what I'm saying? They're trying to force you to lower your standard because they don't believe that they have the capability to rise to wherever you are. This is all sad shit. So I can see why YNW Melly's mother would continue to be toxic when there was no need for her to be toxic. She banged her friend. She banged one of those kids, right? One of the dudes that got killed, she had sex with. YNW Melly's friend. The boy was probably 17, 18 years old. I don't know how old the kid was. But she had sex with him. His mother had sex with his friend. Just marinate on that for a moment. Marinate on that for a moment. So this is what I mean by sometimes you gotta remove yourself from individuals who have the ability to have contempt for you, because what happens is familiarity breeds contempt. So a lot of times it's just people that's been around you for a long time, so they don't think you nothing special. But how are you supposed to rise to your greatest heights if you're being treated like you're nothing special? There is no one. Okay, so when we want somebody to succeed, what do? We cheer them on, right? Why do we cheer them on when we want them to succeed? Because positive positive feedback has restorative properties to the physical body. For everybody that don't know. What up, Papa Ja? I saw you in here a minute ago. I meant to call your name out, but I was in the middle of talking. What the fuck kind of emojis is those? Yo, his mother has sex with one of the homies that got killed. So there's no telling what she said to him. There's no telling what she said to get her son to go kill these dudes. There's no telling what he said. She said, I'm going to tell you, listen, this is what I believe is going on. Listen and pay attention. I believe at some point his defense is going to be insanity. At some point, his defense is going to be insanity. There's so much evidence that at this point it's just, remember, Florida has the death penalty. At some point, his defense is going to be insanity. And what they're going to use, I believe, as the examples that he is insane is the music. Say, see, he got split personalities. Keep that in mind. I don't think it's going to work, by the way. What up, Nerve and Numbers? I don't think it's going to work. I think he's going to try it, but I don't think it's going to work. I think it's going to fail. And also, just so we can be clear, I think it should fail. I think, what the fuck is you doing, nigga? I think it should fail, not for nothing, but I think it's going to fail. I don't think it's going to work. Okay, track baby. That was interesting. Oh shoot, I meant to talk about 6ix9ine today. Thank you for reminding me. I've been good, Papa Ja. How you been doing? I meant to talk about 6ix9ine today. Thank you for reminding me. I thought KC would pull up. I thought KC would pull up at some point and say 6ix9ine's name, but he did not. I expected to talk about 6ix9ine at some point. So Tekashi 6ix9ine is supposed to be dropping the song on the 15th. What's the 15th? Like next Friday or some shit? Yeah, I have not heard the song at all. I haven't heard the snippet. Oh, I did hear a snippet. I haven't really saw much. I saw a little bit of promo on it. If you're asking me what I think, if people liked his music before, his Sonics before, there's no reason why they shouldn't now. That's one. Two, I'm pretty sure because of the connections that he, I don't know how to say this. If they can get good, he's messing with Whack 100 in them, right? This is gonna be a fucked up thing I'm gonna say, and it's kind of joke, tongue-in-cheek joke also, not for nothing. But if they can get if they got the people that made Blueface music working with them, then it might be a win. Because if you could get Blueface music to sell, you could do damn near anything sonically. I just wanted to make that joke. I have no idea what's going on with those guys, by the way. I just wanted to make that joke. I'm sitting over here. I'm supposed to be hooping out tomorrow with my brother. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. We at 82-minute mark. I'm supposed to be hooping out tomorrow with my brother. What I'm assuming is happening is, pay attention. Whack 100 went on social media, and the whole thing he was busy training this whole entire time is that East Coast and West Coast, and saying that there's a clear divide. I'm not trying to say he was trying to start East Coast West Coast beef as much as he was trying to let people know that the East Coast and West Coast work on different policies, politics. That the East and West Coast have different politics. That's basically the narrative he's been pushing this whole entire time on Clubhouse. If you haven't been paying attention, I don't think people really been paying attention. What he's really been saying is that the East and the West Coast have different politics. So basically, what it sounds to me that he could have been doing is by making this is saying to the people on the West Coast that, you know, whatever the hell was going over there in the East Coast, this don't got nothing to do with us. And there's probably enough people that decided, you know what, fuck them East Coast niggas, fell in line with it, and they're on that type of time. I don't see no reason why not. We talking about making money here. What did you talking about? So I don't see no reason why not. And also the visuals look dope. And I think that it looks like he's upgrading his cinematography, because that cinematography looked cinematic. Tori Mosey, what up, Tori Mosey says, do you think 6ix9ine coming out on April 15th has anything to do with it being the beginning of the fiscal year in corporate companies and the federal government? Maybe. Why not? Good as time as any. Good as time as any. Why not? I applaud people for doing smart shit. I don't always just necessarily go for they got some shit up their sleeve. I just applaud people for doing smart shit. Like, well, go figure. We need to start doing that. We don't be applauding people for doing smart shit. Somebody do some smart shit and motherfuckers be mad at them. Hey, I'm gonna get you. I'm telling you, I be like, what the fuck, yo? He said, Wax said no one touches 6ix9ine around him. Nobody's touching 6ix9ine anyway. What the fuck? Why would you want those problems? Like, that's just the easiest way to get the federal government to decide to come give you housing. That's the only way I can tell you. Federal, you go fuck with 6ix9ine, the federal government is coming to give you housing for the next couple of years. They're gonna pull up on you. We got this nice cat. We got indoor plumbing. We got indoor plumbing, don't worry about it. Heat in the winter. Sometimes. It's a nice community. They got community activities. Crocheting. Shiv making. I'm trying to get the fuck this is. Like, what the fuck? This is crazy. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I told y'all Shotty couldn't do an appeal. I told y'all. Nigga said I was lying. I don't know what to tell you. Wackman House got banned from Clubhouse yesterday. I don't know. I'm just hearing about it right now when you said it. Yeah, yo, look. Shotty, I told y'all he couldn't appeal. I told y'all he couldn't appeal. He took a fucking deal. You can't appeal after a deal. They literally say, do you know after taking this deal that you cannot appeal the verdict? And you have to say yes. They literally say this whenever you plead guilty to anything. So what the fuck? I said that. People told me I was lying. I said, it's law. What do you want me to do? I said the only way that he could do an appeal is if he say that his attorney was incompetent, they didn't do a good job, or was compromised. And he had one of the best attorneys. So that's not going to work. The fuck? Some niggas outside, I think they think I'm talking to myself and shit. I tell you, I think people just be thinking I'm in here. Yo, that dude, he just be in there between every night, between 9 o'clock and 11:30. Like, really? Every day? 9 o'clock and 11:30 every day. You think he's talking to himself at these times? Yeah, I did say that. I tried to tell people, just, I don't know what to tell you. I think I say shit and people just don't want the thing that I'm saying to be true. So they just say I'm lying instead of, you know. So that's all they say. They just don't want the shit that I'm saying to be true. I don't know what to tell you. Tori Mosley says, yo. No, shout out to that guy. Let that guy go over there and do all that stuff that they do. I know. I want the content that doesn't stress me out. Do you believe Shotty interview on academics? Which interview are you talking about that Shotty did? He interviewed with Rap Radar. He interviewed with academics too, right? I don't know. Yeah, they do hate that I be on point. It's a fact. That's why I don't know what to tell you. So I be saying some shit and it sounds totally outlandish. And then the closer it get to the point that and then it starts sounding like it make more sense. So that's why whenever I say some shit and people be like, nah, that sound crazy, I be like, all right, whatever. And then 3 months later, it comes up again, and I'm like, yo, remember? Oh, shit, cork tea. Oh, fuck. God. Okay, alright, so there's gonna be no tea currently. The tea is a done deal. The tea's gonna not happen. Tea is all of the evaporations. Shout out to that. I'm gonna let y'all go though. Unless y'all got something y'all want to talk about. Yeah, I was right about the Treyway case. I was right about a shit of things. I was right about a shitload of things. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I guess. You know. Oh, I appreciate you nerving numbers. That is what it is. Like, I appreciate you guys. But I told you he couldn't appeal. He pled guilty. I wasn't trying to hate on the man. I wasn't trying to wish bad on him. It's just, that's the way the law works. Niggas be in bad situations. Niggas be doing any old thing. Sometimes you just think shit is gonna happen different. You wish things are gonna happen different. Well, me, actually, I got my books over there. I was looking at. I was never writing a book about the case. I never said that. I don't know where you get that from, but I do have quite a few. Well, we all have the court records, so people could have whatever they have. But what I have is I have notes specifically depicting and speaking about what was happening in the court, along with the actual. So we could take the actual transcript and you could, you know, put it next to my notes and we could actually get a feel of what was happening in the court, how people was moving and what people was doing and what the judge was doing and what the defense prosecutors, defense attorneys was doing and what the defense attorneys was on that side and what the prosecutors was doing. So that's what I was doing. So you get a real feel. So like if ever people needed to know how the atmosphere specifically was, I made sure that I kept note of that every day. Also, I highlighted points that were being made on the stand, and then I wrote notes on how that correlated to events that we already know about that happened, and that was, you know, shit like that. You know, just keeping notes, yo. Not much, just taking notes. Why do I think Shotty said he forgive Shotty? I don't know. Shawty should forgive herself. We should always forgive ourselves. We don't forgive ourselves. What the fuck? Oh, you mean 6ix9ine? I don't know. You'll have to ask him. Or due respect. But he was the OG. 6ix9ine was in a situation that they know he wasn't built for. They could have ruined his career. They could have ended his career after the whole. But they just. Well, I don't want nobody to end nobody's career, so I don't really care. They didn't do it, but people be so busy. It's just easier to see shit from the outside. Like when you're from the outside, it's just easier to see shit. A lot of times when you in the shit, you can't see what's going on. That's just the way it is. You know, due respect. I think if they wasn't in the shit, they could have saw what was going on. They would have probably conducted themselves a little bit different, did something a little bit different here and there. Could have been a different situation. That's all. As far as that is concerned. I don't think that'd be. I mean, yeah, I guess it would be interesting, but if I was Jim Jones, I wouldn't do nothing to 6ix9ine. I think 6ix9ine is probably gonna be yelling at Jim Jones and trying to get a response out of him. But if I was Jim Jones, I would just steer clear of 6ix9ine. I wouldn't even. I just steer clear. You understand? I just steer clear. I just steer clear. You just let him go over there, do whatever he doing over there, and I stay over here doing whatever the fuck I'm doing. I just stay clear. I'm not running, like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna be at an event and that nigga also gonna be at an event, then we all at the event. It is what the fuck it is. But nah, I'm not going to look for it. There's no need to. There's no need to. But I also make sure we got people to keep a buffer between us, and I'm not just talking about regular security. Wasn't Jim Jones next up to confess? If no, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know anything Jim Jones being involved in anything if 6ix9ine didn't take the stand. I know that there's implications that Jim Jones had been involved in things. Don't get this confused. But I don't remember any ultimatum where it's if he didn't take the stand, something was going to happen about a thing. I don't remember any of that. That's what I'm saying. I might make French toast. I might make some French toast. We might go with some Brooklyn French toast. I'm thinking about making some French toast. Do I got nutmeg? I might got nutmeg. I got vanilla, right? I got vanilla. Might make some French toast. Said Wack told him what? Wack told him what? That this dude I don't believe everything that Wack 100 says, okay? So I don't care what Wack says anybody told him. I don't. What did he say? What did Wack say 6ix9ine told him? I don't believe everything Wack 100 says. That's all I'm saying. I think sometimes he just be saying shit. So I just be looking at niggas. He just be saying shit. I be like, sometimes Wack is just saying shit. No, let me see something. Sorry, I hate the fact I could talk and chat at the same. I could talk and type at the same time. I could talk and write at the same time. I could talk and chat at the same time. I could talk, chat, write, and watch TV at the same time. I just try not to do that because that's not healthy. But yeah, I used to practice stupid shit like that when I was a kid. Shit like that when I was young. Because I was writing raps, but I also wanted to watch TV, right? So. And I might also be wanting to listen to a music that has nothing, a song that has nothing to do with the rap that I'm writing. See, I don't know, there's not enough hours in the day. I don't know what to tell you. It's definitely over multitasking. Definitely over multitasking. That level of multitasking needs to stop immediately. Like, what the fuck? I am going to. Oh no, I'm gonna make French toast. See, I'm hungry. I'm over here. I'm hungry. I'm thinking about getting off the live because I'm hungry. I should have ate before we got on. What y'all want to do, y'all? Wait. Like that, man. This guy just died. I don't understand. What the fuck? Will Smith in rehab hugging puppies. Why? It's his fault. He knew this woman didn't want him. He knew that woman didn't want him. He knew that woman didn't want him. I can't be with a woman that don't want me. Like on some real shit. I don't care how good she look. I don't care how. Like I can't. Like my ego wouldn't be able to do it. My ego wouldn't be able to do it. My ego wouldn't be able to allow me to be able to be in a relationship with somebody that I know that don't want to be in a relationship with me. My ego wouldn't be able to do it. Like, what kind of time am I on? I'm going to show y'all what I'm about to make French toast with. Shout out to Mr. Vaughn. Now, I don't know if this is the real Mr. Vaughn. This is the real Mr. Vaughn. Now, we kicked the Mr. Vaughn from earlier. I don't know if that was a real or a fake Mr. Vaughn. I sent Mr. Vaughn a message and I asked him to do a comment in the chat so if I know if that was the real or the fake him. If that was the real Mr. Vaughn, I'm going to unblock him. So he better go and do a. He better let me know soon if that was the real him. I will go unblock him. So Mr. Vaughn, if that was you, let me know so I could go scroll back up and unblock you. Because I'll be a little bit more patient with people who actually come to the channel and do stuff. People that don't do stuff, you gotta go if you're just too much of an aggravation. Your comments wasn't that bad. It was like, come on, what's going on here? With that being said, it might have been the real Mr. Vaughn. I'm gonna go and kick him. I don't know if that was the real Mr. Vaughn. Mr. Vaughn, why was you in here talking crazy? I'm gonna unkick you. Don't come here talking crazy. Don't disrupt the show. You better hope I can find you. I might not be able to find you, homie. You might be done. Nope, you done, homie. That was you. I gotta go unblock you. Oh shit. You in trouble, Mr. Vaughn. I gotta find I can't unblock nobody. I can't unblock nobody. My computer's broke. I can't unblock nobody. My computer's broke. I need a computer. When I get a computer, I'll unblock you. I need a monitor. I don't got a monitor. I can't unblock nobody. Now, with that being said, shout out to Mr. Vaughn with the dub drop. I don't got a monitor. As soon as I get a monitor, I will unblock you. Until I get a monitor, there's nothing I can do. Thank you. You are unblocked. Shout out to the Art of D Glass. Salute. He went up top and unblocked you. This is what I talk about having good admins. Shout out to the Art of D Glass. He unblocked you. Now don't come here with that bullshit no more. I was playing basketball today. I'm very fatigued. Yeah, I smoked a little. But I was playing basketball today, and I'm kind of fatigued if y'all can't tell. I uploaded the video. Go to my basketball video that I uploaded when you get an opportunity. It's only 14 minutes long. Leave some comments. I want to know what y'all think about my game. Shout out to Mr. Vaughn. Mr. Vaughn, you can comment now. You're unblocked. You out Art of D Glass? Shout out to Mr. Vaughn with the dub drop. Mr. Vaughn pulls up into the saloon. That sounded like a threat. That bet. What the fucking bet was for, homie? Like, what? I don't know what you was talking about earlier. Like, yeah, but I was like, was working out. I was playing basketball. I'm kind of a little fatigued. And my knee hurt a little. Oh, man. I hope I don't got water in the knee. I played with the brother tomorrow. Nah, don't look too swollen. It'll be fine. I should go put some ice on it, maybe. Ice the knee down. It'll be fine. I just need the swelling to go down. I might put some ice on it tomorrow before I play. I should put some ice on it when I got out the court. Mr. Vaughn pulls up into the saloon. I told y'all I was nice at basketball. Why is anybody surprised? I keep telling y'all that I'm good at things. I keep telling y'all that I'm good at things. Don't ever be surprised if I told you I'm good at a thing that I'm good at it. That's what I'm saying. Mr. Vaughn pulls up into the saloon. He comes in. He has on a whole, what do you call one of those things? A tuxedo. He has on a whole tuxedo with like the split tail thing in the back that goes out to the side. And he comes into the tuxedo. He comes into the saloon. He says, "I'm looking fancy, you rat bastards." He's throwing stuff around like confetti. He's throwing confetti around. He goes up to the bartender. He says, "I want to have all of the fun tonight." Bartender says, "We got these things going on upstairs. They're called parties. Go check it out. There's ladies all over the place." Mr. Vaughn pulls up into the saloon and he goes upstairs with the ladies for the time. Shout out to Mr. Vaughn getting himself unblocked for being a nuisance earlier for no reason. See what happens? Nigga was a whole nuisance for no reason. I'm like, is that the real Mr. I didn't believe it. I was like, this cannot be the real Mr. Vaughn. What are you doing? What? The drugs. I promise you, sometimes I don't be reading emails because I'll be like this. I don't be reading shit because... Sometimes, and I just be like, what the fuck, yo? I be like, what the fuck? Let me dub this other thing real quick. Whack 100 challenge in New York, the show stop. What's up with this Whack 100 against New York shit? Shout out to that shit though. Shout out to Whack. I ain't mad at him. As though I'm okay with everything that Whack is doing as long as the shit stay entertainment. Just so we can be clear. I like every single thing that Whack is doing as long as it just stays entertainment. To be honest with you. I don't know if it could stay entertainment if they keep trying to put people in jail though. But I'm cool with every single thing Whack is doing as long as it stays entertainment. This is what we're making the French toast with, y'all. Hold on. This is what I make my French toast with. This is what I make my French toast with. This is what we are making the French toast with. So yeah, that's what we doing. That's what we doing. Alright? I got the vanillas. I don't know if I got nutmeg though. I hope I got nutmeg in there. But I got the vanillas. I got the milk. I got the eggs. Yes. I got the cinnamons. We about to do all of the things. The drugs. Mr. Ward. Let's go. We about to do all of the things, man. I'm about to think. I can actually cook really well though. Kendra told you that though. I can actually cook really well. I'm nice in the kitchen. I'm nice in the kitchen. Keep trying to tell you. Somebody said they were surprisingly good at basketball. Why? Yo, let me show y'all something real quick. Hold on. I want to show y'all something real quick. Got to tell anybody more way down. Okay, hold on. Watch this. Oh, no, not that one. Yeah. Watch this one. Alright, so that's me. You should know me because I have an actual frost on the back of my shirt. So you should know me because I have an actual frost on the back of my shirt. All right? That's me right here. Boom. All right, so that's 1, 3. All right, that's 1, 3, right? Sorry. Boom. I'm not really playing hard either, by the way. All right, so boom, there go another 3, right? Let's go. All right. Boom, check the ball. Stop trying to give me the ball, you rat bastard. Give it to the other guy. Boom, there you go. Here go another 3, right? Bam. All right, there we go. Let's go. You should go watch this game, man. And so, no, boom. All right, come on, let's go. You're still playing, right? All right, check it out. Boom, there go another 3, right? I was smoking them niggas. Shout out the homeboys that was running though. I was smoking them niggas. Shout out to them. They won the first game, by the way. We played 3 games. They won the first game. Shout out to them. They won the first game. Because you know, sometimes they let you shoot and shit, and they be like, oh, he's not going to make the next one. And you knock it down. Like, oh, he's not going to make the next one. And you knock it down. And like, oh, he's not going to make the next one. Nigga, I was going to make all of them. What the hell's wrong with you? You know who I am? Shout out to that shit. I'm about to make something to eat, y'all, so we got to get to the grub. I ain't going to lie to you. Gotta get to the grub. I am not gonna lie to you. Niggas be funny and shit though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Niggas be funny. Get somebody in the court and shit. But we was having a good time though. Shout out to them dudes. I don't go to the park and want to argue and fight with niggas. Like, I don't got time for that. Like, niggas go to the park and they want to argue and fight and show everybody. Like, I don't have time to get in these pissing contests with you niggas. I'm here to win the game. I'm here to have fun more than anything else. But, like, I'm here to have fun. Now I'm just making some French toast. I don't even know if I'm going to make actual eggs. I don't know if I want to eat eggs this late. Stop eating eggs in the middle of the night. You know, eggs ain't no good for your stomach in general, right? Don't eat eggs before going. Don't eat eggs in the middle of the night, man. Eggs ain't even good for your stomach, man. Damn, just gonna make some. I mean, I gotta put eggs in the damn French toast batter. So, nah, I'm not gonna also make eggs. I gotta put eggs in the fucking French toast batter. Shout out to that shit. Yeah, that shit's up, man. The eggs. So yeah, niggas, y'all be wondering why y'all be farting in the middle of the night and shit. You be laying next to your old lady, did it like y'all be making Dutch ovens. Y'all be eating eggs in the middle of the night. What the fuck you think is going on and shit? You better stop them eggs. Yeah, you said. Yo, you was doing this. You was writing the comment right as while I was saying it. Shout out to that shit. We was great minds. Eat eggs in the middle of the night. Niggas have all your guts is gonna be busted. Your guts is gonna be busted. My TV is broke. I can't get on Call of Duty. I will get on. My TV is broke. My TV got broke. I gotta buy a new TV now, apparently. So my TV is broke. Other than that, I'd get on it. I would have got on tonight. I need a mic also. Yeah, I need a ton of things. I haven't even been playing it, so it is what it is. We'll get back to that at some point. Hopefully by the summer. Hopefully by the summer. I was trying to give somebody one of the BBN channels to fucking moderate and put videos up on. They didn't want to do it. Because, you're already making videos, right? You're already playing YouTube, right? You know what I mean? You're already playing video games. I'm barely playing. You sipping on that Bel Air. You sipping on that backhanded Will Smith. He over there sipping on that Will Smith shit. We got the Will Smith up in the house. We sipping on that Will Smith. We spoke about that the other day, Brian Redding. I think that was disgusting. I think that his family is now ashamed of putting a dead body up in a club and partying in the club with a dead body. I think his family is now ashamed of it because, I mean, even though they're, standing on their toe, standing on their 10, at the end of the day, they family, you still got to be looking at them like, get the fuck out of here. Still gotta be looking at it like, wow, get the fuck out of here. This shit's crazy. Mr. Vaughn said last night I was doing goose. Tonight I'm doing my champagne. You gotta get the champagne, man. Champagne. You gotta go with the champagne. All of the champagnes. Shit is crazy. That's another thing. I gotta really I'm used to taking in like about, I don't know, a lot of calories in a day. I'm used to doing probably about 6,000 to 7,000 calories a day. Like for real, because I'm an athlete. So that's just the way my body burns fuel. And since I had lowered my calories down to like 2,000 calories a day, like that's another thing. I gotta get my calories up. That's probably why I be tired a lot. Like I don't got enough fuel. Like I'm a whole athlete for real. Like y'all don't get it. You go watch that game. I'm not even playing hard because I'm not even really playing to win. I'm just playing to have fun. It felt good to be around people and be able to talk without people yelling and being angry. So I was just out there having a good time. I enjoyed myself. Feels good to be around people and people not yelling and angry either at me or at others. You know what I'm saying? Good vibes. I like good vibes. Like all of the positive vibes. We need all of the positive vibes for all of the things. I'm gonna let y'all go because I'm hungry, and that's the only reason I am hungry. Pull up here in the morning. I don't know if we're gonna go live tomorrow, but I will record the show, record the games, because I think it's better for me to record the games because I can record the game in 10-minute intervals. You understand? Whereas, pardon me, when I go live, it's just live, but I could record the game in 10-minute intervals or 12 or 14-minute intervals like that game was today, especially if we do half court. So I think that's what we're gonna do. With that being said, I'm gonna let y'all go. Everybody, please, if you got anybody still awake in your household, give them a hug. Tell them you love them. You don't never know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Give people their flowers while they're still here. Also, when we wake up in the morning, one of the first things we want to do is drink water. Look, the reason why you want to drink water on an empty stomach is the way that your stomach actually gets the food and everything that we eat is it absorbs it through the walls of the abdomen of the stomach. It absorbs it through the walls of the stomach. Your stomach acid breaks it down and then it kind of so that's what we want to do. We want to make sure that there's nothing in our stomach. So when is there nothing in our stomach? When we wake up in the morning, first thing we want to do, nice good 8-ounce glass of water. Start your day. With that being said, like, comment, subscribes, join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one.